last time I saw Rod Stewart, he was throwing microphones up in the air, catching them in his teeth, doing all kinds of things on the stage, laying down on his stomach and everything, and he's still doing it tonight. You did a lot of work learning how to do that stuff, didn't you, Rod?
Well, I didn't work at it. I didn't practice at it, really. Came with not being very confident on the stage and starting to play big arenas and knowing that you had to leap around a bit more.
Yeah, when you throw the mic up in the air, though, and you catch it behind your back and everything.
It's clever, isn't it?
It really is, man.
So many imitators, so many imitators. Big Ed.
You were telling me you were at the Palladium one. I think I saw you at the Palladium that night when you threw the microphone up in the air and it got caught in the rafters or something.
Oh, it didn't come down. Yeah, I did feel silly. Oh, I did feel so silly. Brought the house down. It was like an incredible encore for us.
When you started out, weren't you with Jeff Beck? First of all, did you start out with Jeff Beck?
Well, that was the first time I came to America, I was with Jeff Beck, but there were several other bands before the Jeff Beck group.
Well, let's get started. Where did you originally begin? What band did you begin with?
A group called the Jimmy Powell and the Five Dimensions, and I used to play the harmonica, because Jimmy wouldn't let me sing, because I was too good for him. I sang one night and I got fired the next day, because he was trying to sound like Ray Charles, and I was a bit more like Ray Charles than he was.
So then the first tour to America was with Jeff Beck then, right?
Yeah, 1968.
Yeah. And then when did you form Faces?
Well, the Faces had already been formed. They were, before that, there were Small Faces. Then Stevie Marriott left, and Ronnie Wood got fired from the Jeff Beck group, and they asked me to sing, because I had no one singing. Prompt.
You know, there's been a lot of articles about you being hot-tempered and everything with critics and stuff like that. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't like to be criticised. I can't take it. You know,
give us an incident where you really got into it with a critic or with a interviewer or something. Can you show us right now on television?
Yeah, most of these. The Australian press nail me. They're always after me. They hound me. But it's nothing to do with music. They want to look into my private life, which is, I don't want to talk about.
You don't want to talk about your private life at all?
No, not really. No.
How about now? On the midnight
What do you want to know, mate? It's getting on. What do you want to know?
Well, we all know you're not married, right?
That's true.
All right.
Nowhere near
special
it, in
girlfriend.
fact.
Special mate.
No, I got quite a few.
Quite a few?
Oh, I think that's the way to be.
How about here in the States? You got any special girls you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah, but I wouldn't mention any names. I want to protect the innocent.
Not on TV. There was an article I read once that called you the sad clown of rock and roll.
Oh, where'd you read that? I'm the happy clown of rock and roll. I'm the happiest person ever walked the boards.
Well, who coined that phrase, the sad clown of rock and roll?
I don't know. I got no idea where you got that from.
Well, we're going to coin that phrase right now, friends, here on the Midnight Special, the happy clown of rock and roll. How long have you been fantastic?
Well, I would say about 5 years. Modest, and I'm modest.
A lot of you guys started out at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Was in Liverpool?
Liverpool? No, London. We all came from London.
All from
the
London.
Beatles came from Liverpool. We all came from London.
What part of London?
Around the Richmond area. Around the Richmond area.
You all grew up together?
Not literally grew up together, no. We all sort of started playing when we was 18s and 19s, you see.
Name some of the guys you grew up with that are now heavy in the business, like you are.
Well, see, growing up is probably the wrong term. It's like we were all knocking about the same clubs. We were all going to the same clubs and playing in the same clubs. One club in particular, the Marquee. But the Stones and the Who and all the big bands that have made it now, we all came up together. And we all know each other, you see. We're all close as thieves.
Right now you're touring here in the States, right?
Yeah.
How is it?
Oh, magnificent. It's really been very good.
I know in Los Angeles you sold out twice at the Forum.
Yeah, I think we could have done more, actually, at the Forum if we'd have wanted to, but...
You think you could have done 3 shows at the Forum?
I think so, yeah. But that's neither here nor there. It's a difficult place to play, when you look up there and you see so many people with binoculars.
Give me some interesting things that happened to you when you've been on the road here in the States.
You're after a bit of scandal, aren't you? It's after a little bit of intrigue and scandal. I saw someone burn his hand the other night at a concert. Trying to...
Burn his hand?
Yeah, the guy. Where was he? I think it was Cincinnati.
Did he burn it and hold it in the air or something?
I had burnt my hand with a cigarette because he wanted attention. I said, really? I'm very flattered.
Well, tell me some of the stuff.
Lots of things happen.
Some of the trips you've been through, like in the hotels, when you get into a town, you go into a hotel, you check in, and then, you get ready for the show that night, you go in for a sound check. I mean, fill some people in on what's happening behind the scenes, man. And then usually there's a party after each show, right?
Yeah, that is a very sad side of the business, you know. I hate to call it a business. It's not. I don't know what it is, but it's not a business. It's not from where I stand, anyway. To get out and sing to 20,000 people and feel, with our crowd anyway, so much warmth. They give off a lot of emotion and warmth. And then to be whisked off the stage, straight into a limousine, and then you're in your hotel room, there's no one there. It's very sad.
Would you rather do it a different way?
Well, there's no other way we can do it.
Maybe there is another way.
Well, you could take 10 people out of the audience and say, come back to the hotel and let's keep it going and I'll sing for you. Al Jolson used to do that. Yeah. Al Jolson would sing all night. He'd take a few people back and friends and get on the piano and sing. It's a good idea. I think I'll start on that. Am I talking too much?
Next concert, right?
Yeah,
You're going to pull at least 10 or 20 people out of the audience and bring them home, which is that,
yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, well, no, we do have big parties afterwards, you know, room parties and all this. Yeah,
yeah, but you really, you know, after you do it for so long, you know, like, you know, you've been in the business how long now?
9 years.
9 years, okay, 9 years.
I'm a newcomer.
Do you really dig doing this after each show, or do you like to rest after each show?
No, I'm a high-energy person. I've got too much energy. I mean, I rarely sleep and rarely eat.
So you get keyed up to a point...
I'm not proud of it. I'm just telling you it's a fact, you know.
So you get keyed up to a point where you have to come down a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's why, you know, sometimes you'll hit a lampshade in the room of the hotel to wear off some of the energy.
And I've heard a lot of stories about...
I thought you were going to say that.
Guys being on the road, man, and I won't name anybody, but I remember one famous person once threw a TV out a hotel window, got extension cords so he could watch it as it went down. Have you ever done that? Or anything similar to that?
I'm slightly embarrassed about that, you know, groups get up to these various things. We were one of the first to start being naughty in hotels. But it comes through this excessive energy. It's very juvenile, in fact.
I think you get closed in, too, don't you?
It.
Don't you get a closed-in feeling? And you have to release?
Yeah. Plus the fact that you always remember that these hotels once turned you down, and now you come back, and because you can give a $2,000 deposit, you say, and they allow you in, sir this and sir that, and you never forget what they were like a few years back.
We're gonna get back with more Rod Stewart right now, right after station identification.
Let the midnight special shine a table of a light on me. Let the midnight